What's up guys, Omni here. Guys know how it goes, another day, another video. Last night I tweeted I sleep. What recent news, topics, tweets, videos y'all want me to talk about tomorrow? MatPat is officially retired and made his last game theory video. The Oscars was last night, I'll tell you guys the results. The stock market is at an all-time high, here's what you need to watch for. And GeorgeNotFound and other Minecraft YouTubers are currently in huge trouble. All of that and more, so yeah, you guys know the drill. Sit back, relax, put your feet up, and yeah, allow me to lay it on you. And movies, guys, yesterday during Mario 10 days, I think it's just Mar 10 day. That was yesterday. They announced that the new Super Mario Bros. Movie will be released in 2026, which is like 2 years from now. And I'm like, I'm of the state that I'm gonna continue saying this to you guys, okay? If your movie ain't coming out within the next year and a half, don't talk to me. Leave me alone. 2026, leave me alone, bro. Let's talk about the Oscars. The Oscars was last night. I know some of you guys are like, I don't like the Oscars. I don't like the Emmys. I don't like the Grammy. Blah, 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 blah. That's fine. That's okay. I'm not gonna hate you for not liking things that a lot of people do hate, but I need to tell you guys like the big things that actually occurred, okay? Because this one right here specifically, Checkbox saying, Boy and the Heron taking the W. The Boy and the Heron won Best Animated Film at the Oscars. Our gang, Studio Ghibli, Miyazaki, okay? This guy, you guys know him whether you're into anime or not. People who don't even watch anime know who Miyazaki is or know his films, Spirited Away and everything. Spirited Away, I believe, also won an Oscar when it came out. But yeah, very rare W to see, anime in this space. It did suck because it did win over Spider-Man, in the Spider-Verse. It beat the Spider-Verse movie, which is one of my favorite movies that came out that year. Might be my favorite, even more than this. But this was very well deserved. It was two goats kind of clashing against each other, so I'm not going to hate for Miyazaki getting another W. Anyway, it'll be pretty easy to go over the summary of the show because freaking Oppenheimer won everything. They just swept. They won 7 Oscars in one night. They got Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, Best Film Editing, Best Cinematography, Best Original Score. This movie is the best of the best of the best of the best. Robert Downey Jr. finally got his first Oscar in ever. I didn't realize that Robert Downey Jr. never had an Oscar up until now. I thought he might have picked it up at some point in time. But yeah, he got it here. He said he started off, he came up there doing his art. I feel like he's still in his Tony Stark phase. I don't know if Tony Stark is just Robert Downey Jr. or if Robert Downey Jr. created Tony Stark and then just forever kept that persona up. But he's just like a sassy queen everywhere that he goes. He feels like he is Tony Stark in real life. Came up there and said, I'd like to thank my terrible childhood and the Academy in that order. I'd like to thank my my wife, Susan Downey. She found me a snarling rescue pet and loved me back to life. You guys don't know, there's been a pretty huge comeback story when it comes to RDJ, Robert Downey Jr. He used to be in jail and used to be into some hardcore drugs. There's a lot of controversy around his past. And for him to come to a place where maybe people felt like he was at the bottom of the bottom, and now he's winning an Oscar, being, Iron Man, and just continuing to grow and grow, a lot of people love him. A lot of people hate him because of some of the controversies too as well. But a lot of people love Robert Downey Jr. and apparently he played his ass off in this role. Anyway, going over the winners, Best Picture, like I just said, went to Oppenheimer. It beat out Barbie. It beat out Killers of the Flower Moon. It beat out Poor Things. Poor Things actually won a lot. I didn't even watch that movie, but it won a few things here at the Oscars. This is pretty well acclaimed. Best Supporting Actress went to Davine Joy Randolph for The Holdovers, beating out Emily Blunt in Oppenheimer, Danielle Brooks in The Color Purple, America Ferrera in Barbie, and Jodie Foster in Yall. Like I said, Best Animated Feature Film went to The Boy and the Heron. They beat out Elemental, Nimona, Robot Dreams, and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Stacked. Best Production Design went to Poor Things, beating out Barbie, Napoleon, and Oppenheimer. People thought Oppenheimer might win everything or Barbie, but beat him out 10. A lot of people have said that Barbie did not win. I don't even know if it won a single Oscar. Here, Best Costume Design went to Poor Things as well, beating out Barbie. It feels like Poor Things and Oppenheimer basically won everything. Best International Feature Film went to The Zone of Interest, UK. I never heard of that. Might be worth looking. As we just talked about, Best Supporting Actor went to Robert Downey Jr. He beat out Robert De Niro, Ryan Gosling in Barbie, Mark Ruffalo in Poor Things, and Sterling K. Brown in American Fiction. Okay, so yeah, Robert De Niro he looked like he was just angry. I don't know if he's just old, but he just had this straight face the entire time. I was like, this man, he don't look happy. Best Visual Effects went to Godzilla -1. It was really cool, right? This is the first time that the team over there won. They all stood up and they was just applauding and super happy. It was really cool to see the studio when they beat out Guardians of the Galaxy, Mission Impossible, Napoleon and the Creator. Best original song went to What I Was Made For from Barbie. I think this might have been the only win that Barbie got, and it had to do with Billie Eilish. I just found out the other day that Billie Eilish is her and her brother. I thought they were just one person. I didn't know it was her and her brother always performing everything, but I just learned that literally just now. But she is the youngest person of all time, Billie Eilish, in terms of winning an Oscar at the age of 22. She has 2 now, so she is now the youngest person to have gotten 2 Oscars. But it's a great song. It beat out I'm Just Ken from Barbie. Barbie got nominated twice and won, which was absolutely goated for them. Best actor went to Cillian Murphy for Oppenheimer. Man, oh man, I see this guy in so many things, and he's just so great, and it's great to see him kind of come out here. He beat out some strong heavy hitters: Bradley Cooper and Maestro, Coleman Domingo and Rustin, Paul Giamatti and Jeffrey Wright. He beat out some kings. Christopher Nolan clearly winning the best winner for Oppenheimer. If you guys don't know Christopher Nolan, he's pretty much famous for winning almost everything, okay? You guys know him from The Dark Knight and a lot of older movies. Best actress went to Emma Stone for Poor Things. Barbie was not nominated here. Some people upset about that. Barbie seems to be something that's very popular and commercial, but in terms of being recognized for Oscars or Grammys or whatever the awards are, not something that they're actually being put on the plate for. Like, it's a movie that has a lot of impact and it's good and has a great message, but in terms of how the Oscars might view them, they're just kind of like, yeah, but it's not like, you know, top-notch film, or maybe the other films are just too strong. That's it. That's the Oscars. I can't show you any clips. The last time I showed clips, my video got destroyed in terms of copyright, and then it messed up everything. I can't show you. All you need to know is number 1, John Cena, he walked up there and he was naked. Absolutely naked, had like a card just covering his body. Some people are saying conspiracy theory that it was another embarrassment ritual from the Academy that he had to go perform, and now he's going to go up to the top. Jimmy Kimmel was the host of the night, and there's mixed reviews about him as well. As you've seen, people kind of talk about what he says beforehand and the reactions. People don't like Jimmy Kimmel for many reasons. There was one point in time where Jimmy came up and talked about how Trump was talking smack about the show, and then he responded and said, like, Trump, isn't it past your jail time? Like, how are you up still watching this show? Was really funny, right? But he was shooting shots at Trump as Trump was shooting shots at him. But yeah, some people are kind of mixed feelings about Jimmy Kimmel. Like, he's no Trevor Noah. Trevor Noah seems to be the host that everyone absolutely loves. Like, they just need to get Trevor Noah to just host everything, because it seems like he's just the most likable person ever, I guess. But I don't know. But yeah, guys, that was the Oscars. That's kind of what it was in a nutshell. Nothing too crazy that night. Kind of a fun watch. But never officially done. I think we're done with the Grammys. I think we're done with the Emmys. We're done with all the other joints as well. So we're done with all the awards. We're done with the anime awards. I think we finally got them all out of the way, so now we can start consuming new material. But guys, before we get further into today's topics, I'm happy to announce that today's video is sponsored by Bright Cellars. Bright Cellars is a wine delivery subscription service that lets you take a quiz online and then helps you figure out what kind of wine you like to drink. You guys ever pay for a drink while you're out? Curious if it what tastes good, and then you taste it and it doesn't? Well, yeah, Bright Cellars is basically like the opposite of that. Before Bright Cellars, I didn't realize how many flavors of wine was actually out there. I thought it was just like white, red, you know, sweet, not sweet. And that's it. Now, I get to let my tongue experience a myriad of tastes I didn't even know exist. As a foodie, I really love this company. Let me show you how it works. After you take their online quiz, when you get the box and open it up, each wine comes with these cards that help you learn what's in each bottle. It tells you the ingredients, the origin. It's pretty cool. Here's how I suggest you use it. If you're looking for a fun thing to do with friends or a significant other, I highly recommend you take the online quiz together and have fun attacking each other's taste buds. And if you're solo, that's more wine to yourself. What I like to do is pour a small cup of wine after a long day of making videos for you guys, cut on some video games, watch some anime, and just chill. It's a good time. But yeah, guys, what are you waiting for? Huge thanks to Bright Cellars for giving you guys their first 6-bottle subscription box, which is usually $150. For you guys, it's just $55. You guys can click the link in the description below to take the quiz and get started today. And again, special thanks to Bright Cellars for sponsoring today's video. So On The Go Mango said, hey Omni, can we talk about the economical state of the world? Sure, yeah, we can talk about some finance. If you guys don't know, the economical state of the world is an all-time high, at least for America, when it comes to the S&P 500 and stocks and Bitcoin, Ethereum, and crypto. everything is booming. Here's the S&P 500, aka the top 500 companies, all collected into one index that basically shows the performance and health of the market. And as you guys can see, it is at an all-time high right now. The S&P 500 rally continues to fresh all-time high. A better than expected inflation report sends stocks surging. S&P 500, blah, blah, blah. Again, like I said, everything's going up. Here's Bitcoin. It's now at an all-time high of $72,000 plus, trying to break $73,000 as the halving closes in, and people are wondering what's going to happen to the price. The ETFs that have been gobbled up by the hedge funds are just circulating with billions and billions of dollars daily of people trading money, and people are trying to time the market. Are we at an all-time high? Should I sell and take profits? Am I too late for the tram? Should I buy? But yes, everyone's very happy right now. If you have been dollar cost averaging into any of these funds for the past 4 or 5 years, like I've been telling you to freaking do, then you're in a really good place. And here's Ethereum, the baby version of Bitcoin that's been growing. It's almost at an all-time high. It's back at $4,000 for the first time in a very long time. Here's the 5-year mark. The last time we saw that was back in November 27th, or here, it was $4,600 when everything was an all-time high. Everything seems to be growing. However, tomorrow, March 12th, the February CPI report will be released, where the Fed basically talks about what they're going to be doing with interest rates. Are they going to be cutting it? Are they going to be rising it? Is it going to be going down? Is it going to be staying the same? And based on that news, the market tends to go up or down, okay? So we might see some volatility in the market tomorrow. Which direction, we're not sure, but in case you guys don't know what the CPI and the Fed is, basically they're trying to make sure that inflation doesn't get too high, and right now it's a little weird. So we're going to know how they're going to respond to it, and based on how they respond to it, the market will shift accordingly. As a reminder about my Patreon, if you guys want more Omni finance in your life, or fitness, or talking about YouTube content creation and making channels and stuff like that, you can come to the Discord. It looks like there's only 6 slots left, and it's going to be closed down permanently for March, and then I'll reopen it on April. But if you guys are interested in any of those 3 things, you kind of want to get hip and know and talk to me on a daily basis about it, I got you covered. You can come right here. All right, guys, this one is, oh my lord. I know this one was big when I had someone who had no idea about like the Minecraft space and the gaming, the YouTube space, and they were like, after the Oscars, they were like, why is GeorgeNotFound trending? And there was some really bad words. The R word was literally trending on Twitter. People who have no idea, who's not even connected to this space, were finding news out about why is this Minecraft stuff trending. And it's an absolute mess, guys. This, and a lot of you guys asked me to talk about it really quickly. Even more of the new age Minecraft YouTubers are getting called out. GeorgeNotFound, puns, and Sapnap. Sapnap got covered. Oh my God, okay. So in case you guys didn't know, a few weeks ago, Wilbur Suit, he is a Minecraft YouTuber, was basically being called down by his ex-girlfriend, Shambles. And I think we talked about that as well extensively on the videos, and since then he has not responded. But since that has happened and Shambles came out, it appears that many more women are coming out with their own allegations about other Minecraft YouTubers that seem to be all hovering around the Dream S&P, which is a squad of people, of Minecrafters. It's like a clan. It has Dream, I guess it has GeorgeNotFound and a couple other people, and everybody, like, it's massive. If you go on Twitter, there's tens of thousands and sometimes 100,000s of tweets where people are saying, screw GeorgeNotFound, screw Dream, screw puns, screw. They hate everyone. Someone comes out with an allegation, and now it's massively large armies, amounts of people trying to cancel these guys. So here's GeorgeNotFound's Twitter account. He also has a YouTube with, I mean, I'll check that out. He has millions of subscribers, but apparently the account has been dropping like crazy for the past 2 days after one of the girls claimed that GeorgeNotFound SA'd her when she was 18, back at VidCon Anaheim, and she came out with the story. I'm not going to put it out there. I think she said something about like she doesn't want her story to be put out on commentary purposes or spread out, so I'm not going to spread it, okay? I'm just going to let you guys know what's happening with GeorgeNotFound, but it sounded like she didn't want, you know, anybody news or commentary space to touch on her, so I won't. But when it comes to George, he had tweeted that he will be doing a various stream later today. This post is just to make sure that clear. I'm gathering all the information and evidence to share. I have never and would never break someone's boundaries or assault anyone, okay? And literally as I'm recording this, if I type in GeorgeNotFound on Twitter, it appears he has finally come aboard and started talking about the situation. He started the stream. People were wondering where was he, because he said he was going to come and then he never did. And now now it looks like he has come live, and people are not happy with his response. The actual stream doesn't start until 8 minutes into the stream, so it's more of like a 20-minute video of him explaining himself. But yeah, this is a situation that's kind of wild because you have one girl, she's coming out, she's making her video, she's making the allegations, and it's that same thing that happens where everyone kind of just cancels the other person's, believe the victim, and this person's a POS, and then people are starting to look for like trails to kind of show that this person was guilty before they've even come out. It's the same pitchfork mentality that we've seen 50 million times on the internet, and then what ends up happening sometimes is you get a situation like Quite, you know, where people came up there and tried to cancel him like left and right, and then finally he came out with a response of an hour plus showing all the receipts, and all the people who were jumping on this bandwagon to cancel him just sat there looking stupid because he was the actual victim in the situation. It's a terrible telltale story of how people kind of just try to kill people and cancel people without getting both sides of the sword.
Recently, a streamer named Katybugs went live and told a story involving me about sexual assault. So in this stream, I'm going to be addressing it. I was originally planning on doing this all live, and that's why I originally tweeted saying that I would be live the day that it happened, but I simply did not feel comfortable doing it live and needed to make sure that I had all the details in place, and just wanted to make sure it was all perfect as it happened. So
okay, so I don't know if this is, I guess this is pre-recorded, I guess is what he's saying, but man, I cannot believe we're in a space where people are coming out here and live streaming responses to serious accusations. And you guys just sit back and just think about it for a moment, that's kind of what we're kind of, this dystopian future that we are currently existing at. Like, this is how people are communicating. Super huge live broadcasted events where people come together and hate somebody while they try to defend themselves. It's not safe out on these streets, bro. It is absolutely scary.
Shown that they had this 21 plus wristband on one of their wrists. So from my perspective, it's a bunch of 21 plus year olds hanging out. I have no reason to think otherwise, other than her Instagram bio, but I just didn't see it. But anyway, nothing actually particularly happened at this first night that we were hanging out. Everything was very friendly. My friends were actually all able to get in. I don't know how they did it, but Katie, her best friend, and 3 other of her friends ended up coming to the room, which had me, Dream, and my online friend that I just met. So 8 people total in this room at this point. This night was very similar to the one before. We were just hanging out, playing games, drinking, and just having a good time. So something I actually want to point out before I continue with the rest of the story is
So yeah, it sounds like what he is claiming is that Katie and her friends who were below 21 or 18 and had 21 plus wristbands, and then they were in these rooms with these popular people, you know, just drinking. Again, I feel like the onus still falls onto the adult here, right? Like, if you're allowing people, strangers, into your room to drink and have fun, and you are content creators, you're literally just get the ID. Fact check as a host. When random people come into your room or you invite new people in there to fact check by using no license, okay? If they faked you with the bracelet, sure. But like, literally just ask for the ID and you avoid all issues.
The way that she phrases some things in her story, instead of saying that her and the rest of her friends actually wanted to come to the hotel to hang out with us, she said that one friend was invited by Dream, but she didn't want to go alone. So then they decided to go along with her because they were willing to go anywhere. I just think it's important to note already that the story is slightly different from the reality of it, and I'll be mentioning this a few more times throughout the rest of the story. You can see in these screenshots from the text at the time that they were all trying to come to the hotel, and it wasn't just oh, we're willing to follow her, essentially. They were all in the group chat and part of the discussion to go to the hotel. They had actually texted multiple times, specifically wanting to play this drinking game that we had played the night before. And at this point, I was pretty drunk, and so was basically everyone in this room. It was the last night of VidCon. VidCon's a pretty stressful time, and honestly, a lot of people are happy when it's over. Not that they didn't like it, but it's just a stressful event. There's a lot that you have to do, and when it's over, you're just happy and you want to celebrate. So at this point, we then moved to the couch. There was a couch in the room, and I sit next to Katie. She also says, looking back on the scenario, that she confused her nerves for excitement when I sit next to her. But again, at this moment in time, everything was friendly. Nothing sexual had happened. I'm just literally sitting next to her on the couch. And during this, she was laughing, smiling. She gave no indication that she was uncomfortable with me sitting this close to her. She also mentions that she was thinking about my age and that I was a lot older than her. Again, she was 18 and I was 26 at the time. And again, to clarify, I actually didn't know how old she was, despite her claiming that I did, just because it was in her bio. And it was clear to anyone there that she was not uncomfortable with me sitting next to her, cuddling together. We had been cuddling for, I'd say, around an hour at this point, playing the game, talking, and just having fun. And for clarity, I had my hand around her waist above her clothes. So with her statement where she's saying that she's resorting to playing games on her phone, I just don't really understand it. And I think that the picture that she's painting is really dark, when in reality she seemed very happy with the situation, was having a good time.
I don't know if it's because I've just seen these situations so many times that I can like understand the protocol of this like so simply, right? Like, you don't put your arms around a girl without consent. It's so easy to just look over, hey, you know, like, can I? Do you mind? Are you cool with this? Would you be okay if I did this? And then she says yes, and then you, good, green light. Just because, again, y'all, some people, guys, don't have the riz to go through the microtransactions of asking for permission doesn't mean that you should just be doing things. And then if you don't have control over those things, or you don't ask those things because you're drunk, then you should probably question whether or not you should be getting drunk around completely strangers that are women.
I would confirm that I know her age. She said that she had answered a question about her age during a drinking game, and we were talking about sex, and that she admitted to everyone in the room that she was 18 and a virgin at the time. I just don't remember this happening. I'm not saying this to just pretend like it didn't happen. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I did not hear it happen. We're not just all sitting down and not moving. It's a chaotic environment. I could have been getting a drink. I could have been talking to someone else. I just did not know that that was said. Another quote from her stream I want to address. She says, "There was more alcohol in the room and we were encouraged to drink some more as they offered the bottles to us. They said they would join us in drinking and insisted on drinking games. They had already been drinking before they arrived. They were drunk." And the way this is phrased, it makes us out to look like we're kind of preying on them and like forcing them to drink when they did.
It was hotel parties where people are hotel room hopping, getting drunk, looking for people to hang out with, and then jump into other hotel rooms looking for people to get drunk out. It was just a bunch of drunk. These places are always a recipe for disaster for these type of events, because quite literally it's just everyone getting drunk and everyone sneaking around and God damn, bro. But yeah, George saying he didn't know her age, even though I guess she and some other people were claiming that he did. Apparently, Karl Jacobs, another popular Twitch Minecraft YouTuber, you see him all over the place when it comes to Mr. Beast and his videos as well. They're always hanging out. But yeah, after GeorgeNotFound dropped his stream, he actually updated his own Twitch saying, contacting me will be exclamation Discord to get the link. And then he put F George. Quite literally just saying like, screw you. Kind of makes me wonder that these people are pretty tight knit and they know each other, and maybe he knows information that people don't know, right? Like, people as outsiders looking in at the situation will have their own opinions, but there are people who are on the inside kind of looking at this from the inside and being like, yeah, screw you. This sounds kind of right up the alleyway of what you would do based on what I've already known from you and your past personally. Other responses coming from his video saying, to claim you never knew how old she was because she never told you and you never asked is negligent on purpose at best. You're a 26-year-old man with millions of young fans. If you're not explicitly age checking the young girls you touch, it's because you don't want to know. So the concept of that was that one of the girls that he was talking to, they were at a party where you had to have a wristband at VidCon. It was 21 plus, but the way that I see it is, if you're a content creator, like if you're up there, right? You got that kind of influence, just show me your ID. That's it. Just let me, oh wow, that's pretty dope. But yeah, can I see your ID just really fast? Like, you know, it's just, I've been, you know how the internet is be these days, you know, can I just get visual confirmation of a freaking ID so I don't have to deal with anything in the future? Another one saying, just remembered something from Katie's story. I will quote her words, quote, before the incident, I had answered a question about my age. We were playing a drinking game, talking about sex. I admitted to everyone in the room that I was 18 and a virgin. And he was saying, replying that he didn't hear her say these words. It's you know, again, it's one of those he say, she say, and the concept in the moment thing. But outside of GeorgeNotFound situation, there are other people who are getting allegations as well. Some are fake allegations. People said, how dare someone make a false allegation against Tubbo during a time like this to take advantage of the situation where multiple brave women have come forward to share their stories, all to hurt another creator? You're the reason victims feel they can't move forward. F you. So now you've got fake allegations, you've got potential real allegations, you got people coming out against Sapnap, you got people coming out against this Minecraft tuber by the name of Puns, who came out with this very long statement addressing like the entire allegations that happened from him. Like, just oh my god, this is wild. I'm looking on the right, you have trending silence is not consent. It's absolute mayhem. Anyway, regardless of how this plays down, I'll let you guys know how it plays down. It's very easy to avoid any mistake when it comes to women. If you are a man yourself or you're in this space or sphere, it's extreme. Look, here is the guideline to not get canceled by your interactions with women. Number one, if you see a girl that you meet and you like her, ask her how old she is. If she says that she is old enough, be like, hey, I like you. And if you're a big important person, maybe ask for some ID. Just be like, I want to make sure that I'm in the right place. You know how the internet is wild on these streets. Can I see some ID? I know it sounds whack. But especially if you're a content creator or something like that, these are definitely the precautions you need to go through, okay? Don't just believe people, because if you do that, you find yourself in situations where now they're canceling you and then you got the he say, she say. Just don't do that, okay? Don't put yourself through that ringer. Literally, hey, how old are you? Oh yeah, here's my license. Here's how old I am. How old are you? Number two, just ask for permission. Hey, can I touch you? Hey, can I put my hand around your waist? Hey, can we dance? Hey, do you want to dance? Hey, do you want to come to my place? Hey, do you want... Just literally ask. I know, again, people think, oh no, that ruins the moment, or no, I got to seize the opportunity. No, that's the wrong energy, bro. Consent is freaking hot, okay? Don't make any excuses that you don't have any riz, and that's why you just skip past the consent part, okay? Men are terrifying for a lot of women, and when you go through that process of asking little micro transactions, of asking for permission and asking for things to go forward on, it's more hot than it is not. You'll have some women out there who are like, nah, I don't, that's lame or whatever, but just ignore them, okay? They're problematic in the first place, okay? If you have a woman who says, nah, I don't like being asked that, stay away from her. She's a red flag, okay? Run. And that's literally just it. Ask for the age, check the ID, boom, you're good. You do that once and you're good. And then throughout the process and the evolution of creating a relationship with someone, always just ask if whatever it is that you want to do with this person that can cross a line, ask if that's okay, if it's a line that you can cross, and you're good to go. As long as you keep getting these consents in these microtransaction ways, then you will reach the point where you are both consensually doing things that adults do. Wow. You won't reach a point where you're like, I didn't know that she was an 18. I didn't know. It's not going to be like, I didn't know that she wouldn't like, I didn't know. No, you will always know. And then again, if it's still a situation where you're kind of getting told he said, she said, and maybe they're lying on your name, then that's a completely different story. But 9 times out of 10, if you're going through those proper steps, right, you'll be in the safe and not doing anything wrong. And you can know that you did everything that you could do in that situation to prevent any stupid future potential problem. A lot of guys are desperate, or some of them are just assholes, or some of them just love crossing borders and crossing lines, unfortunately. And I don't know if that's GeorgeNotFound or some of these people that are getting called out, but yeah, I'll let you guys know how it all goes down. The Minecraft space is absolutely wild right now, and I'm going to wait until the dust settles, and then we find out what the actual facts are, because right now you have rebuttals after rebuttals after rebuttals. You have people providing evidence, responding left and right, people catching strays for picking one side and then getting proven wrong for another side. And I know, after years of experience in this kind of spectrum, that the best thing is to just kind of chill and wait and listen and just watch and absorb information, collect it, watch what's happening until the conclusion has created. And then from there, you can kind of come to your own choice and your decision once the exchange of information has finally finished. Take both sides seriously, listen to what they have to say, and then wait for that to be done. And that's kind of what I think. But you guys can let me know what you think about this whole Minecraft fiasco. But I just don't know why it's all happening in the Minecraft space. Why are so many Minecraft people and dudes just getting called out left and right? It's terrible. It's disgusting. Is there going to be freaking more? Like, what are y'all doing over there, bro? Thankfully, we do have the good ending, which is MatPat. I don't know if it's a good ending or if it's a sad ending. It's a good and bad ending. It's a good ending. MatPat officially dropped his last game theory, and man, oh man, he's gone. He's done. MatPat, the gang himself, who's been making videos for so long, so many game theories. He's been he's one of the OG YouTubers, a beacon. I don't think I need to actually introduce MatPat to you. All you really need to know is that Gang has been making videos for people people for a very, very long time. Has been extremely non-problematic, and now he's saying, "Hey, I'm gonna retire, go home, and be a family man." And he's done with YouTube. He has officially retired. Fully Coolly saying, "Legit, almost cried while watching." It feels good to know that he made it to the end line. Like, he did it. We've seen someone who started YouTube and finished YouTube successfully, and we've seen their full story and their journey. We'll let you guys know that it can happen, and it's good that he made it to the finish line without getting got like some of these other like Minecraft YouTubers that are kind of like destroying things or their influence or using their influence for bad things. It's great to see that there is a good side and good people here making content for some of the same type of audiences, but you hate to see him go. Video came out a day ago. It was #1 on trending. It says #3, but it was #1 on trending for a very long time. It's MatPat's final game theory. It's already at 8 million views, 900,000 likes. And I'm not going to play the whole thing for you. What I will do is show you some of I'll show you some of the highlights. Running your childhood since 2011. 13 years my mans has been doing this.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory, where that is the last time that I'll be saying those words officially on this channel. Loyal theorists, how do you say goodbye? 13 years ago, I made you this promise.
Do you want to know more about the games you love without having to put in any work of your own? Well, now you can play and learn. That's right, Weboverse. We have created Game Theory, gaming's tangential learning experience.
Well, Weboverse, here we are today, 30,000 videos of tangential learning later. How do you sum all that up? I already got super weepy in the last one of these things, so probably shouldn't do that again. It's redundant and probably not great for the tech equipment. We've also spent the last 10 weeks together knowing that this day was gonna come, right? So I really feel like I've gotten my farewell tour. I've buried hatchets, I've rekindled friendships, I made sweeping videos about the state of online entertainment, fired some tanks. That was legitimately very cool. I honored my heritage. I made Disney mad at me one final time, which, you know, felt appropriate. Got some new dripping, and just in general, ran my way through all the things that were left in my content creator bucket list. So again, I ask, how do you say goodbye? First, it's probably most important to remind you that it's not officially goodbye, right? It's not like I'm dying or anything. It's more of a see you later. I'm still gonna be doing plenty of stuff. Like, I'm already booked to do the fashion show on Style Theory later this year. I'm still gonna be here on the couch for GT Live. In a couple weeks, I'm gonna be giving a speech over at PAX. I was recently in a kill count. Heck, I'm already slated to do the Jacksepticeye podcast, the Ludwig podcast. There's a collaboration I'm doing with Shea Frillis Productions. There's the FNAF musical over on Random Encounters.
So the TLDR, without playing the entire of the video, is that MatPat will be around in the space, okay? He'll still be hovering around. He's just done making these game theories. It's the official goodbye to this channel and the official capacity. Here's the ending.
Thanks for watching.
Man, it feels like corny. But if you've been doing this for so long, it's so appropriate. I think I think MatPat might be a theater. A lot of people in this space, in the YouTube space, that have like theater backgrounds, but it's oh,
I've been expecting you.
it's Scott.
We have much to discuss.
The content, the creator of Five Nights at Freddy, bro. What in the world? Lore Keeper ending 1-6. For answers on where to find all the endings, check the bottom of the description if you want to find them yourself. Happy hunting. There's 6 endings to his. So the Lore Keeper ending is he will now find out the actual truth and the secrets. No more theories. He's going to go straight to the source itself, and he will be the only person who knows what actually went down with Five Nights at Freddy. That's pretty cool to see a cameo of Scott Cawthon right here. But yeah, there's 5 other endings. This man is definitely having fun. One of those endings is definitely him coming back. I just know it. But yeah, guys, that's MatPat. He's retired. He's officially gone. I'm terrified. Who's going to be next? Okay, I'm looking at this video and I see him and I'm gone and I'm sad and I'm like, I don't want that to happen. Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, all these other YouTubers that we've known for long time. You cannot You cannot. No Markiplier. You cannot. Okay, I'm looking at you, bro. Everyone's looking at you and saying your ass is not allowed to leave. I don't care what you want to go do with your life. I don't care if you want to go make some babies or have a family or travel the world. No, you just cannot. All right, guys, that's all I have for today's video. Made it in, drop a like, subscribe if you guys haven't already. I love you guys, okay? Stay safe out on the streets because these streets stay safe. And I'll catch you on Wednesday with another news video talking about all the things that you need to know. All right, catch you later. Peace.